Okay, let's.
We're live.
We are live. Holy smokes, we're live.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
You had to go into song, didn't you?
You know I did.
Anyhow, I'm Brian Swanson.
And I'm Michelle Moras. We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the freezing porch.
It's not cold in here. That's why we moved it inside.
It's a gorgeous cold. Gorgeous cold.
So what are we here to talk about today, Michelle?
Well, we're here to talk about, the weather outside is frightful because guess what? The next 2 days happen. What happens?
What's happening? I don't know. I don't understand. What's for the next 2 days?
Christmas.
Oh, Christmas. You've got family coming in.
I have family that already came in.
You got more coming?
No, just us.
Oh, I presume they're coming in from uptown, up north.
No, they're coming from Texas. My brother's in town.
I bet he's really loving this cold weather, considering he's in Dallas, right?
Yeah, he's just outside of Dallas.
But I know it's been cool there. My dad just lives not too far from there, or my sister does, and they were wearing jackets.
Yes. Okay,
so
now I've got it shared on my.
Are you shared now? Did we talk through it long enough?
We can talk now.
I'm looking at my hair. My hair looks like a mess.
Well, how can you tell with all the green screen stuff going on?
I can just tell. I turn my head and I can see yeah. Anyway.
So Merry Christmas, everybody.
So we're rambling. Hopefully we can bring some joy into your life today.
Well, one of the suggestions was the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. But basically, that business gets cold and blah, blah, blah. But we decided it's Christmas.
Right.
So will you want to come on and say hi to us and say, what is your Christmas wish, or what do you want for Christmas when Santa comes?
What did you ask Santa for, if you believe in Santa? Do you believe in Santa? There's a good topic. Do you believe in Santa?
Yes.
You had to think about that?
Well, because I think Santa shows up in different ways.
Okay.
So like yesterday when Brian was, well, you don't know this, but yesterday, Brian and I were working on my computer, and something as simple as pushing a button on the computer was supposed to be so easy, and it took us 6 hours, and we still don't know if it ever worked. And so,
because we have to wait another two days.
Yeah. So my idea is right now in my world, this man right here is my Santa, because he's bringing some clarity in my website and the way I show up on the internet. So he's my Santa. So who's your Santa in your world? Because multiple Santas, we're all a Santa. We're the ones who give and bring and whatever. Who do you do that for?
So in other words, Santa's here year round.
Yes. And so I always get really quiet when people say, oh, it's that time of giving and blah, now is the time to go help people. And I always think that's 365 days a year.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
We have.
Yeah, I mean, because it is. Every day is a day of giving.
Yeah. So,
or at least it should be.
And if you really want to think about it, who are you Santa for? Who are you Santa for besides me?
Oh, I'm Santa with everybody.
Who's
I'm Santa.
Oh yeah. When a friend says they need help, poof, Santa. And we've talked about that before. About Brian is he's the fix-it man. Whenever any of his friend group says, "Oh my gosh, something's not working," or "Oh help me,"
oh my gosh, by golly,
we always call on Brian, because somewhere in his brain he's got like little compartments of doing all sorts of things, either electronic or sound or cars or whatever.
I actually wrote that out yesterday.
What?
And I didn't even make the list big. I only put like 10 items on it, but it was podcaster, basically internet person, technical person, construction, engineering, DJ, sound guy.
You also need to add editor.
I mean, I've put all of this stuff in there, not to mention soon to be author, right? I put all of this stuff down, and I was actually trying to impress upon, but not to impress, somebody with my knowledge. And I looked at it and I went, why should I give this guy all this information? But I clarified it with, I'm trying to show you this information so that you can see that I can grab into different areas of technical expertise and other things and experiences that I have in order to make your life better. As opposed to, I'm a one-trick pony.
Well, I want to let you know then, Brian, you just gave yourself a gift.
What's that?
A gift of clarity. When I met Brian a couple of years ago, he said, "Oh, I can do a little bit of everything, but it really doesn't matter because I can't concentrate on anything. So therefore, I'm really not good at everything. I'm just good at everything." And I said, "What does that mean?" He has, "I don't have a speciality." And I went, "The speciality is having the knowledge about all the different things. I mean, that's what makes a really great coach."
Well, you came up with a name for it. It's not Jack of all trades. It was some other name that you gave it.
You're going to ask Brain Injury Girl that question?
We could scroll back through our text. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But it's one of those people who knows a lot about everything.
Yeah.
But then is able to bring it all back together.
Oh, did I tell you my new name?
What's that? Doctor?
What? Well, that
you've already told us that.
Oh, no. When I was out traveling earlier in December, a young man that was sitting next to me at a conference, he asked me something, and I was like, "Oh," and I rearranged his talk. He said something, and I rearranged it, and I went, "Well, if you said it this way, say it this way." And I went, blah, 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 blah. And he went, "Whoa." And I said, "What?" He is, "That was incredible." I said, "Thank you." He is, "You know what you are?" I said, "What?" He is, "You're the conductor of clarity." And I'm like, "Ooh,
that's a good one.
I like that one." Yeah.
Conductor of clarity.
Well,
except for when you don't tell me anything, it's not very clear.
No, that's not for that. When someone is telling me something or sharing a story or they're practicing a speech with me, because I'm an executive speaking coach. Let me plug that in there. What I do is I usually close my eyes when they're talking, and I do this kind of stuff. And then I do, "Oh, here," and I give it all back. And he said, I was like a conductor listening to his story, and I made his message that was really long and very clear. And I said, "Well, that's what I do." He is, "You are conductor."
You know what I find interesting about that, though?
What?
I mean, that actually is a talent or a skill. Okay,
actually,
and I'll actually give you credit for that.
Actually, I'm out of here.
You're not going to get very far. Anyway, I get that, but on the other side of it, have you thought about your own stuff? It's really, in my eyes, it's really easy to do that for somebody else.
Oh, majorly easier for us.
But then to do it for your own self and do it that fast and that, I find it very difficult. I would have to turn around for my own self, put it down on paper, edit that paper, edit again, have somebody else read it, edit again.
Okay, I'm not that bad. So my thing is, I'm very kinetic when I learn. So what I do when I reassess myself is I record myself talking and moving the way I want to, and then I'll watch the video and do, okay, yeah, that didn't feel right when I was moving that way, and I readjust it that way. But I'm faster with other people. With me, right. I have to get out of my own head space and see myself from the outside. So what do you do in your world where you have to step back and look back in at yourself?
I think we do that all. We should do that all the time.
We should.
If not, we're already in that rut in a grave concept that you always talk about.
The differences between a rut and a grave are the dimensions, Ellen Glasgow. So yes, and that's really what it is. In the morning, a lot of people they say, "Oh, I have a morning routine. I do this, and I have my coffee, and I do this." One of the things I think, honestly, you should probably add. The one other thing you should add is self-reflection. How could I have done something better? Or what did I do that I wasn't so happy about, and how do I make that better?
But that sounds so deep.
It is deep.
That means I have to think about it and get serious.
No, it's.
I mean, it's like spending 6 hours in a car by yourself. That's time for self-reflection.
No, because that gets 6 hours by yourself on a road trip. That gets kind of dark and dismal.
It gets scary, is what it does.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, this is like milliseconds as you're pouring your coffee. Yesterday, I really loved doing this. I'm going to do more of that. But yesterday, I did this. I'm not going to repeat that anymore. That's that quick.
Well, I think something that's also interesting, too, is the fact that we are our own worst critic.
We
okay?
are.
But we don't always have the perfect perspective that everybody else has.
Say that faster.
The perfect perspective that everybody else has.
Perfect perspective.
The perfect perspective on what we're putting out there and what we think about ourselves, because we judge ourselves based on our own internals. We don't judge ourselves as if we were judging somebody else.
Yeah, because actually we are so gentle on other people.
You think that's what it is?
Oh,
we're harder on ourselves and gentler on other people?
No, we are. We're gentler on other people because with other people, we consider their feelings. Internally, we do.
Feelings.
God, you're smarter than that.
Feelings?
Why are you kind of stupid? Why? I can't believe I did that. What an idiot. I can't believe I did that. But with another person, you do, take it easy on yourself. You need to look at the other side. We're nicer to other people. That's why we are our worst critics, our harshest critics. That's actually Marcel said.
Actually, you know who my worst critic is? My wife.
I thought you were going to say that. Julie, please do not hurt him for that comment.
Well, I think our spouses are, because really, truly, our spouses can say things that other people can't say. And they really don't. I want to say they don't care about our feelings, but I think you know what I mean.
Yes. Thing is they know you better than you know you.
Which is scary.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
Yes. So I never asked my wife for advice. On me.
I'm always asking Michael for advice. My gosh. I mean, then again, he knows me better than me. So I'll say, I don't know about this. If I write this way and I say it this way, what do you think is? It's perfect, but I would change this one word. It's that quick.
Right. Fair enough.
He's my other Santa.
Your other Santa.
He always takes care of me.
Your ho ho ho.
He's my ho ho ho. Okay, someone's got the giggles. Someone here was out.
I've had a busy morning
in the subarctic of Colorado this morning, and it just cracks me up.
I don't think it was Colorado. I think I was in Kansas City. Good Lord. I mean, literally, I was out in the middle of nowhere, beyond what, they always put the windmills out in the middle of nowhere so that they're not bothering the city or whatever. I was out beyond the windmills.
But he was doing good.
And so it was cold.
So he's not going to get coal in his stocking this year. You might get Buckeyes. Do you know what a Buckeye is?
Buckeyes. Look at my Facebook page and you'll find the recipe somewhere on my Facebook page for Buckeyes.
His daughter made Buckeyes. And without even knowing it, as I walked into his house today, I ate 3 of them in under 1 minute. And I didn't even notice I did. So think about that around the holidays right now. There's food on the counters and there's yummy things around.
Well, there's something we should talk about.
What?
Don't overindulge.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you overindulge, you're going to worry about it on January 1st and you go, oh my God, I ate too much and I gained 10 pounds over the holidays.
Especially if you're one of those people who like to make New Year's resolutions. The New Year's resolutions should begin before New Year's. Actually, it should start before people start cooking cookies for Christmas.
Well, let's think about, you got your cookies and treats. Okay, so not only does your own family make them or you make them, then you got somebody else who comes over to visit for the party or whatever and brings sweets and everything else. But if you look at the turkey dinner, it's really not all that bad. It's got some carbs in it, but if you eat turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes and what's those other things? Sweet potatoes, and green beans, it's really not that unhealthy of a meal.
If you eat it in the right proportions.
If you don't stuff yourself.
We in America like to
go to
eat
the football game.
We in America like to eat until we can't breathe anymore, and that's the problem. And so if we just moderate that, it's not bad for you. And
or you give kudos to Ken, he's doing a 100-day challenge of some sort. Ken, I don't want to get into the whole thing.
Well, Ken, Dr. Smiley is on this mission. He decided he's doing a 100 hard. So it's 100 days of taking care of himself to the best of his ability. So no more carbs, no more. I mean, he just cut all this stuff and he's working out multiple times a day. Well, a certain amount of minutes a day.
Is this for his physical or mental fitness?
Both.
Ooh.
He's looking for clarity. So what he found is when he eats a lot of meat and junk food, his brain kind of gets kind of spotty. He gets kind of erratic. But when he eats well and he eats healthy, he feels clear. So he decided he's going to eat that way so he can stay clear. And I'm like, well, cool. Then make sure you keep moving. He is, I'm walking every day and I'm doing this every day. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen because that man drops weight. Well, men drop weight so fast. And I'm really interested in how
I can't claim that anymore. I can stay right around. I've been in the same weight for.
And when have you attempted?
Attempted what?
To even change your weight. Exactly. So I'm the elf of truth right now is if there's something you want to do, you have to take charge of yourself and make that happen. Mm-hmm. So make one little tiny step. I've been saying this forever. One little tiny change every day and add to it every day. And what you're going to do is by January 30, is there 30 days in January? 30
31st.
Days in September.
It's 31 days. It's always 31.
31 days in January. On the 31st of January, if you've been doing something nice and little for yourself every day, they compound. And by January 31st, you're going to do, holy smokes, I dropped like 10 pounds and I feel amazing and I got so much done. One little step every day.
So should we challenge him to say only 3 cookies on Christmas dinner?
I want you to do what the ladies in the in the commercials do. You know the ladies in commercials, and you see them. They take their cookie and they do, and they take one little bite out of a Hershey's Kiss, and you're like, "There's no way.
There's no way in hell.
Nobody's gonna do that." I mean, I just ate 3 Buckeyes in like milliseconds, but
And if you don't
no
know what
way.
a Buckeye is, it's all peanut butter, powdered sugar,
Just say it's a peanut
and
butter
chocolate.
ball
That's
and
pretty
dipped
much
in
it.
chocolate.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is when you are looking at that gigantic plate of cookies and you're like, I really, 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 really shouldn't have it, instead of just walking away from it, what our brains do is if you deny yourself something, your brain will do, I need it more. I need it more. I need it more. So what I say with the cookies is pick your favorite one of all of them and enjoy the heck out of it.
Does that work with success? I deny success
Actually,
so that I can get more.
get the cookie.
I deny money. I want more. I deny money.
Well, our spectator in the room today is saying get a big cookie like this and just enjoy it. So if you are watching right now and you write us later and say, I made a cookie that was 12 inches in diameter because I only had one cookie this entire Christmas season, I just want to let you know that's cheating.
Well, I only had one drink, officer.
So the weather outside is frightful, but the fire's so delightful. So enjoy.
Public service announcement. This is the time for the cops to be out, so be
That is true.
very gentle with your drinking.
And for those of you who are cops,
Or
we
don't
apologize
drive.
for calling you cops. You are police officers who serve us and keep us safe. Thank you very much.
Is that, you know what, I hear that's really an interesting topic for me.
Segue.
I was taught that cops was not a bad word,
I
but
didn't
not
think so.
an appropriate word.
Yeah, I was told it was inappropriate because it's like slang.
Yeah, it's like calling them pigs.
Yeah.
But nowadays you hear it everywhere. You even hear it on the news and stuff. They call them cops.
Yeah. But I remember.
Is that because of the TV show?
Oh, I bet you that was it. Because it used to be, like CHIPS, California Highway Patrol,
Right.
That kind of thing. But it was police officers. And then somewhere in there, they started being called cops. And cops is so much easier. In our world of acronyms, International House of Pancakes is IHOP. McDonald's is Mickey D's. Everything's been
Yeah, but I don't
shortened.
think cops is short for anything.
I know, but it's
Civil Officer Patrol?
No, that's
Coppers.
the coppers.
Coppers. Well, that's just, I think the coppers is just a
coppers
slang
shopping.
for the cops. At
But
one point.
anyways, treat everyone with respect. And if you are in the northern side of the United States, like we are, the other side of the cold freezing side, and you see the people out there with the bells and they're collecting money,
I
just
haven't seen
know
one yet.
that it's because it's negative 17 out here. I mean, that is crazy. But if you do see them out there, stop. Give them something.
I think it's all relative. I've been watching this show that, where they're digging for gold up in Nome, Alaska.
Mhm.
And those guys are out there on the winter ice that's, 2.5, 3 feet thick. And the temperature during the day at noon or high sun or whatever is like minus 21 degrees.
Well, you get
And they're still out there working. I'm looking
Yeah.
at this going minus 15.
no, thank you.
No, thanks.
See, my thing is I can handle anything above 10 degrees, but under 10, I'm like,
I think that minus 10 to plus 10
yeah,
is the worst.
It hurts.
Because
hurts.
minus 10 and below, it all freezes and goes numb.
Or as I told Brian when I came back from Miami, it was 50 degrees and I was freezing here. It's a whole different kind of cold. And so, yeah, I think it is all relative in what you're used to. I just got unacclimated by hanging out on the East Coast.
I my military time, I spent some time in Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
And it was like 115 degrees outside during the summertime. And there was an evening on a Friday, we decided to go downtown. And I said, well, wait a minute, let me grab a jacket. We drive downtown, go past the bank or whatever it was, temperature 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well,
And I'm wearing a jacket.
growing up in the Philippines, back in my teen years, what is it? Members only jackets were the huge thing. And what we used to do is we always wore members only jackets. And I remember the girls always wore Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, and we had turtlenecks. It was 110 degrees in the Philippines.
Now
But
you're making me think of Olivia Newton-John and Madonna.
Yeah, that was our age group. But see, that's the thing about right now. See, we're rambling and having a good time together.
This is actually kind of fun.
It's fun. And that's really what you want to do when you're together with the family right now. Don't say, 20 years ago, my brother said this to me and I can't stand being around him. Let it go. Because right now,
Let it
just,
go.
oh, you're pulling a Michelle.
Let it go. I hate that song.
Every parent with a child under the age of 12 hates that song right now. But anyways, enjoy your time together, because a lot of us, we've had a stressful couple of years, and enjoy the time together. Don't dwell on the past. The past. What did Tumba and Pumbaa say?
Let it go.
No, they said the past is behind you.
Let it go.
Yes.
We might have to cut this short because I'm
He's giggly.
got the giggles today.
He does. Drink some coffee. Oh no, don't drink
That's
coffee.
the
Don't drink
problem.
coffee. Yeah. No, but the past is behind you, So the thing is don't look back. Look forward for the new year and what you want to bring into the world. What do you want to, in the woo-woo world, what do you want to manifest into your next year and beyond? Don't just say in a year. Let the universe and God take over and say, I want this forever.
Well,
and let it start today.
2 years ago, 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had the big COVID thing. COVID.
That's how
COVID.
we met. That's how we started hanging out.
Right. But we had COVID going on.
Hi, Dinky.
Now we've got this last beginning of fall. They start talking about these other 2 or 3 different things. Those things they're all in the past. Okay. And it's like when I joined in the Army and we went out in the woods in Missouri and they said, do not find brown recluses. They will bite you. They could possibly kill you.
So everybody goes looking for them.
So everybody's looking for them. I never saw one. I didn't look for them. I mean, I did the diligent thing and dumped my boots out in the morning so that, but I didn't go looking for them. But there were other people like, oh my gosh, I found. Well, if you're looking for the bad things, you're looking for COVID, you're looking to be sick, you're looking for your 2023 to be bad. If you're looking for it, guess what you're going to find?
Can I say it more simple?
I said it in guy talk. How's that?
What you focus on, you get.
This is true.
I'm the conductor of clarity. Yes, I am. You focus on what you get. So if you want wonderful things to happen and rainbows and sunshine, concentrate on the sunshine. Stop looking at the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy. It's the same concept. We've said it before. When, I'm going to buy this white car because no one else has this car. I'm going to get this white car and I'm going to get these rims. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You get the car, and as soon as you drive it off the lot, everyone has that car.
Everybody else has it.
So,
you know how many white cars are in this town?
Gosh, so many.
And you know what's really funny? In Arizona, there's not as many white cars.
Dust.
I mean, look at, I'm sure there's got to be statistics somewhere, but in Arizona, you would think everybody would have a white car because of the heat.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think so. I don't think there's many white cars in Arizona as there is in Colorado.
Yeah. I think I do know there's a lot more tinted windows out there. But anyways, what do you want to focus on for now and forever? Start focusing on the positive and good things that you have in life. I mean, remember, I've had a pretty rough couple of years in my life. And instead of focusing on, ow, this hurts, right? Ow, this hurts. I do, okay, well, this doesn't hurt, or whatever.
So when you break your left hand, smash the right so the left hand.
So they balance, Or what did the doctor say? You go to the doctor and you keep saying, every time I touch my part of my arm right here, it hurts. They do.
Quit touching it.
Stop touching it. Your fingers broke.
It's such a simple thing, and so it's such a childish thing to say that statement in a way.
It is.
But on the other side of it, it's really, really deep.
Well, in my coaching,
if you really, really think about it.
Well, in my coaching sessions, I always tell my clients that who were you when you were a kid? What did you dream about? What did you see? What did you want? Because as kids can fall down, be bleeding in their knees, have a busted tooth out, and they come out and say, I had a great time. I went down the slide. You're like, you're bleeding. But
and I won't even jump off the tailgate anymore.
Yeah, because we're kind of old. We might break something. But see, that's the thing is it's the children know not to focus on the things that they don't like. They focus on the things they do like. So that's how you've seen kids, if you have children, you see that they hurt themselves and the doctor gives them a lollipop. And they're like, oh, the pain, and they do lollipop. Oh.
Mm.
And suddenly they're not screaming in pain. That's why hospitals carry little things to give the kids, little toys, because as soon as you give them something that they like, they forget that they're in pain.
I thought those were for me. That's
Well,
for the parents, so they forget about the kids.
in this case, it's for Brian. But when you have things happening in your life, I'm not saying ignore them. I'm saying focus on the good things that you do have so it outbalances the things that aren't working for you. And what will happen is you'll get more of the things you do enjoy and that you do like. Right?
Certainly, if you say so. I
Rich,
think you're 100% correct.
well, and I just have to comment because Rich sure just Rich knows me well, and he's a little goofy, and I call him Mahoney. But anyways, he says, high school football player gets decapitated. Coach makes him walk it off. Really, Rich? This is a Christmas special.
There's a really bad Stephen King movie I just saw flash through my eyes.
Okay, and Dinky, if you give them celery, but you put peanut butter in it, suddenly it's like a lollipop. You see, they focus on the little things that are good instead of focusing on what's not so fun.
Well, that's like in what Rich is talking about too. What do they call them? Take a pill for that.
Placebo.
Well, it's a placebo, yes, but I'm just thinking a pity pill or something. I can't remember what they're called. Some people usually keep a jar on their desk, and somebody comes to complain. They say, "Take a chill pill."
Chill pill. That for me, it's M&Ms. I have a big jar of M&Ms on my desk. Oh, you can't see them. They're behind the chair somewhere. There they are.
There they are.
Those are for Brian when he comes and does podcasts with me. So when he does, what are we going to talk about? I said, have an M&M. He goes, these are really good. And he goes, let's talk about this. See, M&Ms. Is that it?
Okay, I think we've goofied them enough today. What do you think?
I think we goofied them enough, but what it is, it's the joy of the season. I think it's wonderful to be back home again and hang out with Mr. Brian here because I like hanging out with him.
Yeah, it's nice to see you come home.
Yeah.
I'm sure your hubby's happy for that one too.
And my husband's very happy that I'm home again. And I'll be home for the whole month of January, if I remember correctly. So
yes,
it's just lovely to be able to be with friends and laugh again. Right. So take advantage of your time off when you're together and with your family and your friends and laugh. Laugh at life again and be the best version of you unapologetically.
Right.
And
I was going to say reminder about what's going on in January.
Oh,
since we've kind of just killed this whole thing as far as trying to replay it again.
Oh, that's true. So in January, I'm holding my unapologetic speaker camp. You notice I put my voice on. Unapologetic speaker camp, January 25th through 27th. But I want you to hold on. If you want to come to the Unapologetic Speaker Camp, go to my website, michellemoross.com. And the pop-up will come on and you just click a button and say, I want to be a regular attendee or I want to be a VIP. If you want to be a VIP, you have one more day, the 28th, where we're going to live film episodes of my show, Mental Shift. And so if you're not at my boot camp but want to come there and be a live audience, you're welcome to come out to Production Point on the 28th. But circle back to the beginning because Brian had a great idea. I do mover and shaker cocktail mixers. And he said, why don't we get together on the night of the 24th before your boot camp? And so the night of the 24th at Production Point from 6 to 9 p.m., we're going to have Ron Coiner play piano. I'm going to sing with him. And we're going to have some drinks and little appetizers and just kind of hang out and get to know each other. And hopefully we'll have a few authors there that will be sharing their books. It'll be a lot of fun. So mark your calendars, January 24 through 28, and watch my page on Michelle Moross. Yep. And, well, my Facebook page. And I will be putting out event calendars for those things. And you can join us and have a lot of fun with us. How about that?
Yeah, come learn something.
Come learn something.
Somebody said
really
that
cool
she's a
people.
good teacher or good instructor or professor. I guess we have to call you professor now that you're a doctor.
No, I'm just Dr. Moross.
Oh, to me, Michelle.
To the rest of you, Michelle. It was
so anyhow.
So
check out the website.
Have
tech-
yourself a
Oh, I need to add that to the
Merry
website. I never
Christmas.
thought about that.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Let your heart be bright. No, we'll do the Michael Jackson 5 version. You ready? You gonna sing with me?
Jingle bell rock. What?
Oh, can you sing that?
I just
Jingle
did.
bells sing and jingle bells ring. Laughing and talking, we don't know the words. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Have a great one, everyone. Merry Christmas, and we will see you right after the holidays, right before New Year's, actually. So be well, take care, and
Peace.
peace.
Hope I still haven't hit